Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and a great week. We're halfway through May. Can you believe that? We're halfway through May already. God, it goes by so fast. I sound like my grandmother. I love you. Um, Anywho, this has been Tequila Week. As you probably don't know, we've been going through this book here, Mr. Boston Platinum. Mr. Boston is one of the oldest running bartending manuals out there. It's been running since 1935, so we're hitting almost 100 years with that, man. Um, Mixology has expanded so much since that first original book. This one is just one of my favorites because it's 1,000 and some recipes, but even though names have changed, the drinks themselves are pretty iconic, and that's what I've been sticking with for this month, as well as with that whole flower theme still, because all of these drinks have brought me great joy. I hope they have with you as well. Um, the other thing you probably haven't noticed is that we started with rum, started with R, now we're moving on to tequila. Next week is going to be vodka, and then the last week of the month is going to be whiskey. So, RTVW. I'm doing this alphabetically. But next week I will reveal what we'll be doing next month for July because I am so excited for that one. Anywho, let's reel it back in. We're going to go back to covering what we did this past week. So, tequila. I love tequila. Tequila is one of those misunderstood liquors. If you don't know it, it can be pretty rough for you. I know Americans, we tend to have our favorites with, I forgot his name, Jose Cuervo, which isn't terrible. They do have their good moments, but the most known one is their Especial Gold, which isn't 100% pure agave. And if tequila is not made with 100% pure agave, then there are other sweeteners and other additives to it, which is what causes your body to have that really bad reaction. I'm one of those that suffers from that, so I avoid it as much as possible, which is why this week I stuck with a silver tequila. Specifically, I went with Hornitos because it's so good. It's very similar to Patron Silver, which I know everybody's favorite is Patron, but it's cheaper than Patron. Tastes just as good, in my opinion. But really, there's so much tequila out there. Give them all a try. Not all tequilas have to be made in margaritas, as we learned late this week. We're going to come back to that real soon. But just try out tequilas. There's so many. There's young, there's reposado, there's añejo, gold, silver. There's so much. They're so versatile. I love tequila. Get out there, try some. If you're ever in Mexico, go find a small tequila distributor and take a tour of the factory. Watch them show you how it's made. It's so much fun. Anyway, before I get too distracted, let's go over these drinks. So, on Monday, we started with our Tequila Matador. This one was one of the easier ones to make this week. The fun part for me is getting to make some crushed ice. If you don't have a fancy refrigerator that makes you crushed ice or doesn't crush it up enough, all you need is a canvas bag, or you can use like a little plastic baggie and just smash it. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing. I used a white wine chiller bottle because I'm a bad cook. I don't have a meat tenderizer. That's a lie. It broke, and I just haven't gotten a new one. So, crush that ice. Crush it however you want. You'll use that to shake it up because it's going to really give you a nice froth when you shake that pineapple juice, because that's a wonderful thing about pineapple juice. It froths really well, and the more oxygen that you bring to it, the frothier it's going to be. It won't be like some of those other drinks, which we'll go over during whiskey week, because there's a lot you gotta know about that, but it has nothing to do with whiskey. Anyway, Tequila Matador. So tequila, pineapple juice, and lime juice. Shake that bad boy up. We strain it into a champagne flute because that's what this book here says to do. It's really pretty that way. You could try it with a champagne coupe. You could do it in a martini glass. Hell, if you want to up that recipe and double it, put it in a margarita glass. Either way, it's going to be delicious. There's no set garnish for this one, so do whatever you want with it. If you want to get like some kaffir limes and put those on the rim, if you want to get some dried fruit chips, or if you have a dehydrator, go ahead, slice up some fruit, throw it in there, dehydrate it, and bam, throw that right on top. You can have a gorgeous drink. That's what I love about mixology and bartending. Screw around with things, mess around with stuff. Nothing has to be set in stone. You can set up something new by using an old recipe. And that's what the Tequila Matador did for us here. It was sweet, it was fruity, but it wasn't super fruity. And that beautiful yellow, tulips, daffodils, dandelions, for Christmas sake, they don't get enough credit. It was just simple, gorgeous drink. Loved it. Moving on to Tuesday, we made our Mexican madras. You probably know what a regular madras is. It's literally what we made, but with vodka. So it's vodka, cranberry juice, and orange juice. Orange juice, yes, orange juice. Madras. The base of it is a Cape Cod, which is vodka and cranberry. And then what you do is you just add a little bit of orange juice to make it a madras. Super simple. Thing that makes this different is that it's made with tequila, and then we threw in a splash of lime juice to round it out even more. It was a really cute drink. Light orange, kind of purpley, almost Caribbean. Loved it. It really made you think of those bright red orange flowers. They're just so pretty, so pretty. And then if you tasted it, I really hope that you guys have been trying all of these drinks, because they make me so happy to get to share these in my special way. Now moving on to Wednesday. If you all watched my main video, Wednesday was a super special day for me because my favorite little lady, I know she's not watching these because she's not old enough, but she turned 1. I miss her so much. I'm so sad that I moved away shortly after she was born. Sister, I love you. I love you. I love you too, Ruby. But anywho, I told them that this is going to be her first drink when she grows up. It's going to be the Shady Lady. And honestly, for me, it's not one of my favorites, but that's just because I'm not the biggest fan of grapefruit. It's a delicious drink, and the most versatile part about it is there are 2 kinds of grapefruit juice. As you know, there's the ruby red, which is your traditional, but then there's also white grapefruit juice. It's still kind of bitter, but not as bitter as grapefruit juice. So when you build this drink, if you throw in just a little bit of lime juice in there, it helps settle down that bitterness. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But then using the white grapefruit juice, it's going to give you a different color profile. So with the ruby red grapefruit juice that we had, it made it kind of this, as I put it, an earthy orange. And there was a little bit of brown in there, but that's just how the camera pulled it out. It's a very earthy drink, and you can feel it and you can taste it. But with that, if you try it with white grapefruit juice, it can totally change it out. But it was probably one of my favorites to make just because it got me out of my comfort zone of trying grapefruit juice, and I really, really, really enjoyed this drink because of it. But that grapefruity bitterness is why I gave it the name, why I altered the name from Shady Lady to Shady Bubble. You know, the ITCH one, the witch. Mostly because me being a gender non-conforming human, I wasn't too fond of the lady aspect on it, because most of my adult life has been with the gay community, and Not many of them are ladies, but they are quite shady. So, Shady Witch is what the drink became. Because it brought me so much joy making me think of all of them with it. But nonetheless, another easy drink. This one you just build it in a glass. If you don't have a nice big pint glass, you can just use less ice and put it in a rocks glass. Still, you can give it the same flavor profile, and it'll be delicious. It's gonna look great. You'll love it. Try it out with your friends. See what they like. Oh no, Thursday, guys. This was the best. No, starting Thursday is when we got to the best of the week. The wild thing, another easy one. Build, quick stir, get it done. This one was gorgeous, delicious, beautiful. It just hit everything. The wild thing. Oh my god. Got sweating wild. I loved making this drink. That video was so much fun. So short, but so much fun. Tequila, cranberry, lime juice. What else could you ask for? It's super simple. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No. Garnish, lime wheel. Again, change it up. You want to add a basil leaf in there? Add a basil leaf. Super simple drinks, but the wild thing is going to definitely be a crowd pleaser if you want an easy drink to make for all of your friends, or if you just want that super quick, simple drink and you got a lot of cranberry juice, you got a lot of tequila, boom, done. Easy. And I needed that for Thursday because it was a rough Thursday. It was not an easy Thursday. But I'm sorry I don't have much commentary on these. These drinks were just perfect and delicious, and I really hope that you've gotten to try them. Friday, though. Oh my god, Friday. Friday was by far my favorite drink all week. I had been waiting to make this drink so long, and it's only because it had red wine. One of my favorite things to do in mixology is to use mixers that people don't think of using, like red wine. Typically, when you think red wine in a drink that isn't wine, you think sangria, which this is similar to, but it's not because it doesn't use that much red wine. And then there are so many different types of red wine. As you know, I just used a blend because it was going to be the simplest one to use. It's going to go very well with everything else that was in it. But you definitely could have used something deeper and richer. Because with a red blend, you're going to get more of that lighter red, not that deep cherry color. Like Burgundy or Shiraz. It's got that really deep cherry, almost plum color. And it can completely change the drink. But if you love wine, it's going to make that drink even better for you. So that one was tequila, red wine, lemon juice, lime juice, simple syrup, and then finished off with some club soda or lemon lime soda. And that's just to give you that little bit of fizz. The instructions in this manual for it said to add everything into the shaker glass. I will never do that with a carbonated beverage because A, it's going to completely change it and you're just adding more lemon and lime to it. But if you add too much and you try to shake it, that can increase the gas inside there and cause the top to pop off. I know this from experience at one of the bars that I worked at because one of my coworkers had too many mojitos ordered and was trying to make them all very quickly. And we lost one of the glasses. It was hilarious, I can say that much, but he learned a valuable lesson that day. He's probably watching this. But anyway, this drink, it was so beautiful and so delicious. I really want you guys to try this one. If you ever try it with a different type of red wine, please let me know. I would love to try it. If you want to try it with a blush, oh, try it with a blush. It won't be as red, it'll be more pink. But depending on the one you use, it could. I'm distracted now. Sorry. Oh, cactus berry, cactus berry, cactus berry. You were so pretty. You were so much fun. I wanted to save this one for Saturday, but no, I needed it Friday. And so yesterday, we finished the week off with our purple pancho. I wasn't sure how anybody was going to feel about this one, but I knew it was going to be delicious just because slow gin, people don't know too much about it, but it's not your typical gin. Mostly because it isn't gin at all. It's made in a very similar way, but it's made with sloe berries, I believe is what they're called. And it's really sweet. It's bright red, it's really sweet, and when you mix that with a blue curacao, which is, to put it simply, blue triple sec, purple. It's beautiful. Such a simple drink. Excuse me. Sorry. Somebody barked. It's such a simple drink. It's delicious. You can't go wrong with something simple like that. And for the fact that the drink will follow its name of purple, I love it. It reminded me of tulips again, because that's what I see all the time here. But now there are these brand new flowers that are popping up. There are these little purple guys with like a little yellow center, and it made me think, oh, do you know what would have made this drink perfect with a garnish? You find some nice little lemons, or you could use a star fruit or a kumquat. Just get a nice little slice, drop it right on top. Beautiful. And it'd be delicious. I would go with the star fruit just because that one's a bit easier to eat. Kumquat, just as easy. You can eat the whole thing. People don't know that. But that was it. That was Tequila Week. So delicious. As I said, I did all of mine with silver tequila, but if you have a 100% blue agave reposado, that's going to be an older one. It's going to give you a deeper color. A deeper flavor. That can go really well with like the Shady Lady, the Mexican Madras. It's going to give you a nice bite to it. It'll go really well with that lime juice. You can add a little bit more in there. Añejo, since that one's even older, you might want to be a bit careful trying to mix that in with some of these. It might completely change the drink up, but you never know. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. I am not a tequila aficionado, but I will say that tequila is delicious. Give it more of a chance if you're not that big on tequila. But definitely take less shots. Try more mixed drinks, because this cactus berry and this purple pancho, you get it with a salt rim. So much better than a margarita, in my opinion. Still love me some gosh darn margaritas, because they're simple, they're cheap, they're easy. But cactus berry, if I ever find a bar that makes cactus berries on the regular, that's my go-to. Anyhow, I love you all. I will see you this upcoming week for Vodka Week. These are going to be so much fun. I hope you're just as excited as I am. But please, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I love you all. Bye.